Don't be looking at me with those leafy little eyes trying to look all innocent. You're not innocent. Oh, hello, gentle viewer. I'm Victoria Cooksey, and this is Random Dish. Today on Random Dish, we're going to be cooking with kale. But it's not what you think, so don't panic. We're going to actually make a kale pesto. Then we're going to put it on sliced baguette with a little goat cheese, toast it up in the oven a couple minutes. Very easy, tasty, and a good way to deal with that kale, isn't it? Don't give me that look. Start by toasting 1/3 cup of pine nuts in a skillet set over low to medium heat just for a couple minutes. That's really going to bring out the flavor. I've added the toasted pine nuts along with 2 cloves of peeled garlic into the food processor, and we're going to pulse a couple times to break that up. Measure out 1 cup of fresh basil leaves. Then we're going to need 1.5 cups of the fresh kale leaves. I'm going to take those off the stem. When it comes to the stems and that rib going down the kale right here, you can just use a knife on either side, or a lot of times the leafy part will just pull off, so whichever you're more comfortable doing. You're also going to need the zest and about 2 teaspoons juice from a Meyer lemon. Oh look, by magic, it's done. Bing! I went ahead and I put the basil leaves, the lemon juice, and the lemon zest in the food processor, but I'm not going to mix them up just yet. Then I've got some water boiling. I'm going to add our 1.5 cups of the kale to the water, literally for 30 seconds. This is going to blanch them, bring out a great color, and get them all ready. You can actually see them turning greener right there. 30 seconds are up, so we're just taking out the kale and putting it in some ice water to stop the cooking process. Put the blanched kale leaves on some paper towels and just kind of pat them dry. I've added the kale and a little pinch of salt and ground black pepper. Now we're just going to pulse that a couple times. Take a second and just kind of scrape down the sides of the food processor real quick. Then we're going to put in 1/3 cup of grated Stravecchio cheese. I'm going to take out this little feeder tube right here so I can put the olive oil in. You'll need anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 cup of the extra virgin olive oil. Basically, do you want it to be really thick, or do you want your pesto to be a little thinner? So that's where you get to control it. So we're going to turn this on and just slowly drizzle the olive oil in until it's combined. So everything for the kale pesto is combined. Right at this point, all you would need to do is just give it a taste and decide if you wanted to add a little more salt and pepper. And you can see that by blanching the kale, it gave it this great green, bright color. Start preheating the oven on the broiler setting. Get some sliced baguettes, your pesto, and 4 ounces of fresh goat cheese ready. I took the bread slices and I literally put them in the oven 20 seconds, flipped them over another 20 seconds, just to firm up the bread a little bit to give a base of support for the topping. I'm using baguette, but you could certainly use wheat bread, whatever type you like. Then I put about a teaspoon worth of the kale pesto on each one. Next, top each one with a little bit of that fresh goat cheese and pop them in the oven. But remember, you've got the broiler on, so just a couple minutes in there. Keep a sharp eye. Which flavor should I try next? It's not what it looks like. It's exactly what it looks like, but I really am keeping an eye on the oven. Here's how they look when they come out of the oven. You can see the bread's got a little bit of color to it around the edges. Oh, just because you're left, you think you got away? Well, you didn't. I've got another batch to make. Oh. Today on Random Dish, we made kale pesto, which hopefully changes the way you think about that leafy green. So here, go ahead, have one. Okay, I think they're gone now.